Tiffany may well be it.
Hey y'all.
Current champ.
I took a nap and I waited till the match was on.
Tiffy time all the time with the WWE Universe.
Oh, and, again, controlling Charlotte here in the early going. Cover now by Tiffany, forcing Charlotte to kick out. Wait, this is an important match for Tiffany. Forget the WrestleMania debut and all that. Remember, she won the championship by cashing in Money in the Bank on one of her allies.
Y'all, what happened? I actually dozed off.
Whether or not Tiffany Stratton actually deserved to be champion despite cashing in Money in the Bank. It's a big match to prove she belongs.
Yeah, I agree with you. There is always a little asterisk next to anyone who wins their first championship via Money in the Bank. Nothing wrong with it, of course, perfectly legitimate. However, can you really do it one-on-one on the biggest stage of them all? And we're going to get an answer to that.
I missed the Jake Fox 2 match and the LML coming on match. The fact I woke up right for Tiffany versus Charlotte is crazy.
WrestleMania against one of the GOATs. I appreciate and admire those who don't want to wait in line behind other people that aren't as great as them.
But it's about stacking the deck, and the deck is stacked in your favor when you have the Money in the Bank briefcase and the contract held within. You pick your moment whenever you want. Now, this is a very, very different proposition for anyone.
Yeah, and wait, the problem here is that Charlotte, in her veteran instinct, she drew Tiffany out of the ring. She stuck her in. Charlotte was able to take advantage, and now the beatdown begins for Charlotte Flair.
Well, think of all the experience, all the tape available to study Charlotte Flair. You look at what she's done in the past, you put together a game plan. Charlotte Flair knows you're going to do that, and she's come up with something completely different to anything you prep for.
And you look at the match tonight with Charlotte Flair, what she's doing and how aggressive she is. You can watch as much tape as you want of Charlotte Flair over the years, Wade, but she's evolved. She's evolved as a superstar. She's evolved in an in-ring competitor, and it's really hard to game plan for Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, you don't win 14 world championships, potentially a 15th tonight without evolving over the course of your career. Figuring out your weaknesses, figuring out your opponent's weaknesses and exploiting them.
The NXT Women's Champion, Stephanie McCare, is not going to take too kindly to that.
Well, Stephanie McCare knows what she can do if she has a problem with it.
And Charlotte, again,
ragdolling right now.
And I'll tell you right now, Charlotte Flair has taken a lot of heat inside the locker room for being so dismissive of every single woman under the WWE umbrella. But when you have the kind of resume Charlotte Flair has, she's absolutely right in dismissing all of them.
She literally just said, I'm her. And there is not a single argument that could be made against that fact.
You might not like the personality, but statistically the greatest woman in the history of this industry. And she looks every inch that woman right now.
World-class athleticism, obviously high ring IQ, born for the business, and a mindset to be the greatest. She doesn't worry about making friends.
And Charlotte now turning into
I really fell asleep though.
Center of the ring. Charlotte really trying to lay it in here. And Tiffany Stratton, the champion, in trouble. Remember, tap out gives the title to Charlotte. Tiffany now rolls through, hooks the leg, trying to pick up the win and a kick out by Flair.
Well, Tiffany Stratton has been put through the ringer so far. Charlotte Flair was looking fresh as a daisy, but now there is fight in the champ still.
Yeah, dip underneath now by Charlotte. Charlotte with a net breaker.
I fell asleep at Mania though.
Up top rope and Stratton takes advantage.
Nasty kick to the side of Charlotte Flair, and it really is these physical, athletic similarities between these two.
And Tiffany now starting to build some momentum. There's that gymnastic background. Delivering with Charlotte, whips her across the ring.
Athleticism.
It's Flair who's rattled by this athleticism coming back in the other direction. Normally, it's Flair's biggest asset, but it's neutralized tonight against Stratton.
So much balance, dexterity, and
power.
power.
Nice spine buster by Stratton. Stacks up Charlotte, who has to kick out.
Tiffany Stratton is an absolute troll. She can do it all. Power, no problem. He pick you up and put you through the desert real quick. Somehow Charlotte Flair kicks out.
A lot of what's coming instinctively to Charlotte Flair in this match, the way she reacts so quickly, it takes a beat for the less experienced Tiffany Stratton to ponder her next move, and that is really the advantage now that Flair has.
We are sold out tonight. 61,467. Two titles have changed hands. Jey Uso, new world champ, New Day, new world tag champs. Will Charlotte Flair follow suit in this match?
And if it was a boxing match, it would be 10-8 to Charlotte Flair at this point.
I agree.
But still swinging away is Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, Tiffany with Charlotte now. Up on her shoulders. Rolling senton by Stratton.
Tiffany's resilience here is going to pay off.
And Tiffany, top rope, no salt, nobody home rolls through.
They're too quick for that one. Had it scouted.
They must have been fast-paced,
They
though.
want to adjust mid-air and not eat it.
Charlotte into the corner, out to the apron this time. It pays off for Charlotte, who delivers the boot to Stratton.
Is using the ring to her advantage.
Oh, nice.
Such a veteran.
Chip able to deliver a basement drop kick quickly to the cover to retain her championship in a kick out.
Perversely, the bigger the beating that Tiffany Stratton is absorbing in this one, the better she is becoming. Perhaps shaking off some of the early nerves in this one from her first WrestleMania match, and now starting to move up the gears and take a little control back for herself.
Maybe they're both starting to settle in here.
And I like this by Stratton, not getting too overzealous here. Regroup, think about what you're going to do next. Catch your breath. Nerves do a weird thing to your body weight.
I think that can work against most athletes. Charlotte Flair, though, I believe you've got to work a little quicker than that, Tiffany.
Tiffany, knees to the back. Tiffany now runs into a big boot by Charlotte. Quickly, try to steal the title with a sudden impact and not able to do it.
Everything that we've seen thus far, and at
It's
the end
still
of the day, it could have
daytime,
been just
though.
a boot to the face.
It's
from
day and
Charlotte
night.
Flair.
It's 8:40 and it's still bright.
Just a little too much eye candy at times from Tiffany Stratton. Things are looking too pretty in the moments. You just have to smack your opponent in the mouth. And time and again, Flair is beating it to the punch.
Let me ask you this question, Wade. This is under 4 years Tiffany Stratton had her first match. We talked about that earlier. I mean, how long did it take you to get to the point where you're confident enough into the ring to do everything the way you needed to do it?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. It depended on the opponent. The worse my opponent was, the more confident I got.
Charlotte versus Tiffany is like the best match I've seen tonight. The other two matches I didn't see, unfortunately. I didn't see LA Knight versus Jacob part 2, so I gotta rewatch that. I didn't see Ray versus Ray Phoenix versus Shaq, and we gotta rewatch that.
And another chop.
So early in her career, in such a big moment, maybe this is what she's been waiting
The
for.
fan getting everything right.
Charlotte say, what do you got? Tiffany's bringing it to Charlotte Flair now.
Something just woke up inside Tiffany Stratton.
Charlotte trying to hang onto the ropes. Tiffany now. Charlotte sidesteps.
Set
Kick
her
out
up there.
again. Champ's down.
Charlotte set her up right there.
Do sense a little frustration starting to build in Flair, however. This young champ who simply not
went
stayed
for natural
down.
selection and Tiffany countered.
Oh, come on.
And now Charlotte Flair. Sit out powerbomb. For the
It's a kick
championship
out still.
for a 15th time and a kick out by the champ Stratton.
How good has Flair been so far? Several times in this maneuver here, Stratton tried to reverse, but Flair just had too many answers.
She found her like 3 different times trying to escape. Sit-down powerbomb comes through. Not enough to finish Tiff, though.
And that look on the face of Flair tells you, know she thought she would be over.
But I actually fell asleep at Mania. I don't.
Could be setting in.
Disdain too.
Our champions fighting. Tiffany Stratton showcasing a grit tonight that I don't think a lot of people knew. Big elbow.
That step-up kick by Charlotte. And now Flair. And you know what she's doing here? This is very clear. She was going to try to injure the leg to set up the figure eight, the submission hold by Charlotte. Tiffany able to scoot away.
Well, if someone is your athletic equal, take out a knee and suddenly they are no longer. And now dictating the pace of this one, dismissively, is Charlotte Flair.
I was going to say, remember, Tiffany Stratton, not the only one in this match that has a gorgeous moonsault. Charlotte to the top rope, the champion, though, continuing to fight. What grit shown by Stratton so far.
Flair thought she had enough time. Tiffany Stratton got up there with the quickness. Maybe saved her.
Charlotte fighting back, drops the champ. Again, Tiffany just keeps getting back in the fight.
It's unbelievable, truly.
Incredible durability from the champ. But every time there's a window of opportunity for Stratton, it gets shot in a heartbeat by Flair.
Well, Tiffany landed on her feet. Flair went for the boot. Tiffany sidestepped again. Stratton now drops Flair. On the back of her head. Could this be it to retain? Charlotte just gets the shoulder up.
This is really turning into an endurance battle by these two fine athletes. This war of attrition. And Tiffany is still living in there and driving some heavy artillery. Of course, Charlotte equal to it.
Up spine buster here by Tiffany Stratton.
Guys, this is just night one. WrestleMania Saturday.
Oh,
Over
boy, that's
60,000 expected again tomorrow for WrestleMania Sunday. On a day that'll kick off.
I did miss like 2 matches.
And then again, WrestleMania. The last WrestleMania for John Cena. Tomorrow night, Charlotte Flair, Tiffany Stratton, WWE Women's title. Flair going to climb up to the top rope, and again, a resilient Stratton back to her feet. How much does she have left? Charlotte Flair, crossbody, lateral press was rolled through by Stratton for the win, and a kick out by Flair again.
I didn't think she kicked out.
But don't admire your handiwork, Tiffany. Get back on the offense, because you know Charlotte Flair is going to.
And that's what Charlotte Flair did, driving the champ into the second turnbuckle.
And it's those split seconds that make all the difference at the very top level like this.
That's the difference between good and great. Taking advantage of those situations that arise.
Tiffany Stratton may well have hit a real roadblock tonight at WrestleMania after a fine championship reign.
Charlotte taking high risk here. Stratton's outside the ring, back up to the apron. Charlotte may have been going for the moonsault. I think Charlotte may have hurt that knee. The bracelet covers the surgically repaired knee. Stratton realized it, Wade, and went right after the knee.
Yeah, it's all fair.
Everyone saying this match has been bad. This has actually been good. I don't know what they've been watching. They've been better than the first two. That's all I'm going to say.
Surgically repaired knee injury that has plagued Charlotte Flair is now a bullseye.
And now using the good leg for a kick on Stratton, trying to win the championship. Stratton's got a kick again.
I mean, almost immediately, Tiffany Stratton right to that knee as soon as you saw weakness. I love that.
Yeah, it was incredible. Great ring awareness by Stratton.
Just immediately went for the attack. Charlotte Flair, desperation kick.
Well, now there's fear in the mind of Charlotte Flair, who knows full well that her opponent has a target. If you're Charlotte Flair, you want to put this one to bed as quickly as possible.
And you're always questioning the health of the body part that's gone under such a surgery. And now Charlotte Flair looking to punish the knee of the champion.
He said, if my knee's not great, neither is yours.
And again, wearing out the legs, Wade, will set up Charlotte for the devastating figure 8 finishing submission hold.
Yeah, and Charlotte may not just want to win this one and become a 15-time world champ. Why don't you take out your bitterest enemy in the process, put her on the shelf, let her experience what you had to go through in 2024.
Again, back to the knee of Tiffany Stratton. And the champ finds herself crawling away on one leg now. And now we're going to learn a lot about Tiffany Stratton tonight. Charlotte going to go to the figure 4. Can she bridge into the figure 8 with the champ in trouble? Trying to bridge into the figure 8. Does Charlotte have enough in her knees? The injured knee, as Charlotte says, tap out, tap out.
Now mocking the
I'm trying to wake up, young.
And again, the bad knee, attacking the bad knee. Great strategy by Stratton here.
Well, Flair got a little ahead of herself, forgot to protect that knee in the process as she was goading Stratton and allowed Stratton a way out of trouble.
And again, going for the figure 4. She couldn't bridge enough with the injured knee, and now Stratton back to the knee. The fact that she couldn't deliver the figure 8 may have cost her here, Wade.
That knee just turned inside out. It bended sideways because the brace has been loosened.
And Stratton now.
It's offering zero protection to Flair's knee now.
And now Stratton looking to climb up top. Charlotte Flair's in trouble. Knee exposed. The knees up by Charlotte, but did the damage. Go to Charlotte's knee. Charlotte. Kick out at 2 by Stratton.
Oh, Charlotte Flair putting it all on the line here by hook or by crook. She is going to win number 15. She may well need another leg surgery after this one, but what a moment. A precise timing there from Charlotte Flair. That knee to the gut of Stratton just as she was about to close in on victory.
Charlotte sacrificing her surgically repaired knee to block the moonsault by Stratton.
Those are the stakes. It's WrestleMania. Championship gold on the line against the most personal rivalry we've had in years.
Charlotte Flair, of course,
Yeah.
one of 3 women to main event WrestleMania for the very first time. Knows what it's all about, to be in the spotlight, to be in the pressure. But again, the injured knee not allowing her to get to the ropes quickly. Trying to get to the top rope again. Stratton's going to meet her there.
Tiffany Stratton.
Oh, come on, come on. Okay, they actually woke me up.
Who's going to be able to
That's
withstand the punishment?
Critical moment. Stratton dropped on her face. What does Charlotte do now? Charlotte got Tiffany Stratton in her sights. Charlotte Flair. Natural selection from the top rope. Cover to win the championship. Hooks the leg. Oh my goodness. Stratton at 2 3/4.
Well, you see the wealth building on the forehead of Tiffany Stratton as her blade bounced against the mat from that natural selection. How the hell Stratton kicked it out, I will never know.
Both women physically beaten, physically exhausted, hanging in the
I'm
balance
physically
the
exhausted.
WWE Women's
I heard them
Championship.
missed 2 matches. Huh?
I promise you, Cole, they're not going to like each other at the end of this one. They will respect the physicality.
The trash talking, and now slaps, and now to the bad knee, and Charlotte turning the offense.
I don't get why you're talking bad about this match. This match is good.
For the figure 4 and the figure 8,
Oh.
rolled down by Stratton. Charlotte rolls through, trying to power Stratton up here.
It's counter for counter, power for power.
He gave out a bit.
It's about whose flame is going to give out first.
And Charlotte on the second turnbuckle.
Head off that turnbuckle there, Cole.
A critical move. Tiffany Stratton
Oh, come on, come on.
sends Charlotte whiplash into the corner. Not sure if she got all of it, but may have gotten enough.
The back of the head of Charlotte Flair ricocheting against that
2.
second buckle. You're right, Cole. Whiplash. That's like a car crash at 60 miles an hour. This deep into a match.
Another rolling set time by Stratton. She has Charlotte in position. This could be Tiffany Stratton's chance. Stratton, prettiest moonsault ever, connects to Charlotte Flair.
Ain't gonna end like
Hook of the leg. What a win at WrestleMania for Tiffany Stratton. Wow.
Really? It looked like they were back going to second gear. Why look like they were back going to second gear and just stopped? Again. Man, I just took a whole nap and woke back up and it still feels the same.
Tiffany time.
What a Tiffany time it is. Huge win.
What an epic matchup from both women. Tiffany Stratton, the championship still raised aloft. But believe me, she had to win that one the hard way. That was a fight.
Wait, we learned a lot about Tiffany Stratton tonight. When it comes to toughness, when it comes to
Dude.
stamina, when it comes to resilience, she battled back at every turn.
Raw grit against the greatest in history. What's that connect? Look at the bruise on the forehead of Stratton. How on earth the brain reset that quickly to kick out and still stay in the fight? And this is where Stratton was on the road to victory. The world's prettiest moonsault connected this time.
This match made me want to see more Tiffany Stratton. Like, this match didn't really show all she can do in the ring.
Tonight was just not her night. Stratton, hats off you. Sheer brilliance.
Congratulations in what is a career-defining moment for the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. And I'm going to go on record here tonight and say this. Tiffany Stratton could be well on her way to a Charlotte Flair-like career in WWE.
Let's hope not.
There's a small show of respect there from Charlotte Flair.
Oh, it's like, been like a 20-minute match, like a 21, 22-minute match.
Bites of it.
I was in and out of it
Congratulations
constantly.
to Tiffany Stratton. And here's a sneak peek of Sinners, the new genre-bending thriller from Ryan Coogler.
Like, the vibes for this mania is dead. They're like
Starring Michael B.
non-existent.
Jordan, only in theaters and IMAX April 18th. Get your tickets now.
Like, today happened to miss. Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch the beginning of all the matches I missed, and we'll come back to the main event. Okay, bye.
You gotta keep everyone.